What is happening, guys? It's your boy TC back with another video. So we're talking transfer rumours yet again. The player we'll be discussing today will be Steven Nzonzi. So a while back we were strongly linked with Steven Nzonzi for him to make the move from Sevilla to Arsenal. This was prior to Unai Emery actually arriving to the club, and at the time, back in January, it seemed as if the deal had been done. So reports are resurfacing yet again. We do know that Nzonzi is not happy at Sevilla. He wants to move on. Of course, his former boss, Unai Emery, moved on, went to another club, and now he's at another club. The club that showed a lot of interest in Steven Nzonzi, of course, this is Arsenal. So supposedly reports are suggesting that Nzonzi handed in a transfer request recently, and this was done through his father. His father handed in a transfer request stating to Sevilla that his son no longer wants to be at the club. Has that transfer request been honoured? We don't know. However, reports from Spain are strongly suggesting that Nzonzi wants to leave the club to join Arsenal, in particular to join or rejoin Unai Emery as his coach. And of course, this would be a welcome signing. I'd really welcome Steven Nzonzi joining the squad. But a couple of things I want to talk about in regards to this particular signing, if it was to happen. One, there's a £35 million clause in his contract, which is a fairly affordable fee, but then it is less than what we supposedly paid for Torreira, who's the Uruguay defensive midfielder that we have recently been strongly linked with. Reports are suggesting that the deal is actually done. The papers have been signed. We're just waiting for medical to be completed. But there's a sort of conflict there for me. Would Unai Emery go heavy on midfielders in terms of his recruitment this summer? Of course, we've seen a goalkeeper come in. We've seen a right back come in. We've seen a central defender coming in. We don't need strikers. Clearly, we don't need any strikers. We've got Aubameyang and Lacazette. So it looks like he's trying to heavily recruit in the midfield area. If Nzonzi comes in, what happens to the other midfielders that we have in place? Of course, we lost Santi Cazorla and Jack Wilshere recently, but we are still awaiting the announcement or the arrival of Torreira. If that is the case, if Torreira comes in and we can get Steven Nzonzi in, then I will be extremely happy with the team setup. I would be happy if no other further signings came in. I'd be extremely happy with the window and how it's gone. Of course, if you bring in too many players at once, that may cause a little bit of friction in terms of the chemistry of the team, etc. But once Nzonzi is done, if he is going to get done, and Torreira, then we know all our business is done. We can go ahead and actually focus on our pre-season, concentrate on the style of play that we will be deploying in the next season, and hopefully get a very good season. So Nzonzi is currently part of the French squad. He's not he's not available as yet to comment on these kind of matters, or he's not been able to actually go to Sevilla and hold talks of some sort. But we do know he's not been happy there for a while. He was frozen out for the first team, out of the first team for a while. I think at some point last season or the season before. So he wants to leave. If he wants to leave, let the guy go. Will he come in and make a difference at Arsenal? I don't know, but he's certainly a player with the physicality that we do need at the club. Torreira is at supposedly 5'5", so he's not that big in terms of his physical stature, but he can certainly do the job as we saw at the World Cup, or as we've been seeing at the World Cup. Nzonzi provides that physical presence that we've missed in midfield for a very long time. So he will certainly be a welcome signing. As usual, guys, please do let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, please do make sure that you do hit that subscribe button. So once again, guys, it's your boy TC from I'm Gonna Talk TV, and I'm out.